You might be scolding yourself unnecessarily. You really might be giving yourself a hard time when you shouldn't be. So I'm going to tell a quick story. I live in an apartment complex. There used to be a man who lived in this apartment complex who was appeared to be a white man, very thin, covered in tattoos, shaved head. And for me, that particular look was a little bit alarming. We didn't have a lot of interactions. You know, it's not an apartment complex where everyone knows each other and we like talk to each other all the time or anything. So we would just kind of see each other in passing. He always made me nervous. And I always thought it was because I was judging him because of his appearance. There are some very valid reasons for me to have been concerned about this person given histories. But I knew that, you know, it is not right to look at someone and judge them without knowing anything about them. And he had never given me any reason to, you know, feel like he was actually a danger to me or anything like that. But one day, I was checking my mail or something, and I look and I see that there are all these police officers at this man's door. And it's been years, so I cannot remember honestly what was going on, but it was serious because I do not live in a neighborhood where you even see police officers very often. So they're banging on the door, they're yelling, you need to come out, you know, all the things. So all this is happening. I'm watching. I think I was heading out. I just went on about my business. But I was reflecting on it later and I thought, oh my gosh, here I was giving myself a hard time about how I was feeling about this person. And it turns out, whatever it was, even though now I can't remember what was going on with him, whatever it was something concerning and very serious. Something where I would say, oh my gosh, this was an unsafe person and my feelings were completely valid. I say all of this with this story to say, sometimes we are scolding ourselves for things that is really our intuition, our pattern recognition, our bodies, our brain saying, this thing is not right for you, or this thing is not right for me. This person is not right for me. This person, this situation, you know, this job, whatever, fill in the blank. This thing is not the right fit. This thing is not safe for me or for you as a person. And so give yourself a little credit. Now, I have to be careful with this because I know this is social media and people acting on prejudices, stereotypes. Clearly, I understand is not an acceptable or okay thing to do. So that is not what I'm encouraging you to do. What I'm suggesting is that sometimes, particularly if you're someone who has been very mindful in doing the work on yourself in terms of your prejudices and that sort of thing for a very long time. And if you are a woman specifically, also if you are a woman of color specifically, we can keep drilling down on this. But what I'm getting to is listen to yourself sometimes. You know, it doesn't have to be you saying that this person, this experience, this whatever is horrible across the board. They're toxic and all the things. It could simply be your body, your brain, your system saying, nope, no, thank you for me. That's it. You know, we don't have to make it some whole thing. And sometimes, which was the case for me, you might be hella validated that whatever you were picking up was accurate. So know that it may not be for you. That struggle internally may be you trying to override some very real signals that your body is sending to you because you're trying to make sense of it up here. Again, gotta be careful with this kind of thing, but I hope this reaches who it's meant to reach and you understand what it is I'm trying to say.